It's been less than 2 years since newlywed Arianna Goberdhan, who was 9 months pregnant, was viciously attacked by her estranged husband. 27-year-old Tyler Baig, who was charged with first-degree murder, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder in January and is now about to learn his fate. 41 victim impact statements were read out during a 2-day sentencing hearing, including one from Arianna's aunt, Kathy.
I had the baby shower for her, and she was ecstatic. She took 900 pictures on that day.
At the time of the murder, Global News reported that Tyler Baig had been charged with domestic assault twice before, and in one case, Arianna had a restraining order. But both times, the charges were withdrawn.
We didn't know the extent of the verbal or the physical abuse because she kept it hidden. She kept it hidden from us. I think she was just afraid to even say anything to her dad and I.
Court heard in the months leading up to Arianna's murder, Baig engaged in a hostile text exchange with the soon-to-be mother of his child, writing, "I really don't want to be married to you. I don't want nothing to do with you or this baby anymore, and I hope you die delivering." Just a month before she was killed, Arianna separated from Baig, moving in with her parents. But on the night of April 7th, 2017, she told her parents she was picking him up from work. Just 20 days from her due date, Arianna ended up driving to his parents' home in Pickering, where she was later found dead. According to the agreed statement of facts, Arianna called 911 at 9:43 that night and didn't speak to the call taker, but could be heard saying to someone, "You have to let me go." The call then ended abruptly. The 911 call taker then called her back, and Arianna acknowledged that she was having a domestic and needed the police right away. Baig stabbed Arianna 17 times with a large kitchen knife. She had no defensive wounds, the Crown suggesting it was an unprovoked attack. Court heard her ex left her to die and fled the scene in Arianna's father's car. It wasn't until the next evening when he was arrested.
It's so ironic because Arianna at university, she would volunteer at a women's shelter, the YWCA. And so she knew, you know, and it's just... But she was a victim.
The Crown is asking for life in prison with no parole for 20 years, though 17 would be an acceptable range. The defense is asking for a parole ineligibility period of 12 to 15 years.
Catherine, these domestic violence cases are so difficult to hear, and it seems lately we just hear more and more of them.
Yeah, we certainly do. And Madam Justice Jocelyn Spire actually addressed that very issue today, saying it is really troubling to hear case after case after case, and says perhaps it is time for longer periods of parole ineligibility, because carrying on the way we have when it comes to domestic violence cases does not seem to be working. Coming up at 6, how the family of Arianna Goberdhan hopes to create a legacy in her name.
A heartbreaking story. Thank you, Catherine.